The No Fate channel checking in. It's Sunday, so you know what that means. It is time for another Sunday supplement review. And on today's episode, I am going to be reviewing NutraBio's pre-workout labeled pre. If this is your first time to the No Fate 24/7 channel, then consider hitting that subscribe button. I am dedicated to helping you dads. On this series, every Sunday, I review a new supplement to help you dads determine if it is right for your health needs, your fitness goals, and most importantly, your wallet. Okay, on this channel, of course, cost is a huge issue. I don't take your money for granted, and you shouldn't either. So, on today's episode, I am reviewing NutraBio's pre-workout pre. Before I talk about NutraBio's pre-workout, I need to talk about NutraBio as a company. I've done this on other Sunday supplement series, and I have to just do it again because NutraBio is the top shelf of supplement companies. There's a ton of marketing out there that's bait and switch, smoke and mirrors. A lot of companies, putting false claims on the front of their bottles, making their bottles seem super large, and you open it up and the damn thing's half empty. You people, if you've bought supplements before, you probably know what I'm talking about. They don't do any of that crap, okay? They have no proprietary blends. They have full label transparency. When I say full label transparency, I mean down to the microgram. These people do not mess around. They are manufactured in the United States, and they manufacture their own supplements. So they're not just a face on the bottle and they buy their product from other companies. They make it, design it. If you go on their website, you can actually get a full tour of their facilities, and that thing is spotless. You could eat off the floor. Now, not only do they do that, on top of it, they make great products, and everything that they put into their product is the best version of that product. So they don't just put in, say, magnesium. They go out and they find the best type of magnesium and they put that in their product. You dads get it. NutraBio is a great company. They create great products and they do not screw around. So let's jump into their pre-workout. So this pre-workout, just named pre, is filled, and I do mean filled, with a number of amazing products. So let's just jump in to some of the basics. It has creatine, it has beta-alanine, it also has leucine. Now that's a branched chain amino acid, and that is the top tier branched chain amino acids. It has 3.5 grams of that. Oftentimes, just a branched chain amino acid product alone won't have 3.5 grams of leucine. So that is amazing. Also, it has betanine anhydrous. Now I'm pronouncing that name 100% wrong. I know I am. I'm going to put the name here. So that's one of the main components in beets. If you're not familiar with beets, that is one of those foods that athletes, Tour de France guys, will actually take a ton of the day before or even the morning of some of their intense workouts. So that's a product that you're not going to see much of on other pre-workouts, but it's in here. Not only does NutraBio stock their pre-workouts with some amazing components, it also specifically targets the right amount of ingredients. So they've got a pump booster matrix, and I'm going to put that here, but they specifically have 6 grams of citrulline, which is really, really good. Also, they have caffeine. They have 350 milligrams of caffeine. So that's a lot of caffeine, but it's not that crazy amount that I've mentioned in the past. When you get too high, that 400, that 500 milligram caffeine mark, your body does not tolerate it that well, and oftentimes it can hinder your muscles' ability to contract. So that 350 milligram is that high sweet spot that's going to give you that energy, but not make you go crazy. Also, it has Huperzine A, another great drug that I've talked about before that they have given to Alzheimer's patients, and it's supposed to give you mental focus. This pre-workout has everything you could want in a pre-workout, and it is effectively dosed. I'm going to put all the ingredients right here. I briefly mentioned many of them: leucine, creatine, beta-alanine, beta-anhydrous, taurine, caffeine, Huperzine A. All right. Also, it has magnesium, potassium, vitamin B's, vitamin C's. It's got everything. The problem, or the issue that I would say, is when you have an amazing product, it's not cheap. They're not giving this thing away. Now, I went online briefly to try to find the best deal that I could. Now, I've already passed Cyber Monday and Black Friday, So these deals are the price that I got, which was $1.80 per serving, is probably about average, okay? So if you found a better deal, you're probably gonna find a better price per serving, but you should probably expect to pay $1.80 per serving. Now, is that high compared to other pre-workouts? Yes, it is. I'm gonna put a chart comparing this pre-workout with a number of other pre-workouts, but I will say that $1.80 isn't too high when you think about maybe a cup of coffee that you would normally go to Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks before the gym. That's going to be at least $2 plus. So for some of you, $1.80 is going to be high. Comparing it to some of the other pre-workouts, $1.80 is high, but for some of you, you're not going to even blink an eye at that price point. In terms of flavors, it comes in, I believe, 4 flavors. I'm going to list all of the flavors right here. I'm not going to bother reading them out. We have green apple. I have no idea how that's going to taste, but we're going to try it right now. One packet, one serving of pre-workout is 35.2 grams. So that is actually a pretty large pre-workout when compared to some of the other ones that I've tested in terms of quantity. And that is really in line with what you would expect, right? It has a ton of ingredients, a ton of great ingredients, and these ingredients have no proprietary blend, so you know how much is in there compared to some of the others. So if you're the type of person that likes to take their pre-workout and just do a scoop in your mouth and then rinse it in with some water, if you're one of those savages that you've seen online or that's your bag, you're probably not going to want to do just a scoop of that. Hopefully you can see how much that is. Again, 35.2 grams, and every one of those grams is accounted for on the back of the label, and that says something. So of course I mentioned the more expensive price tag, but at least you know you're getting what you pay for. So for reference point, I have this blender bottle. It is ice cold water. I've got ice chunks in here. I've got about 12 to 14 ounces, and I have a whisking ball. We're going to see how well this dissolves. I know leucine doesn't dissolve very well, but I'm using plenty of water, so I'm expecting no issues. I'm going to give it a shake count of about 30 seconds. I'm going to give this thing a nice hard shake to make sure it blends at least as well as you're going to blend it. All right, that is good and blended. Let's see how it pours. Got a clean glass here. Let's see how this pours. Now, it's very fitting that I have my sleep sticker here on the side because I know many of you dads aren't getting sleep, and that's probably why you need these pre-workouts. All right, no visible floating chunks. Not going to have any issues drinking that. You guys can't see it because I got my hand in my way. No visible floating chunks. You're not going to have any issues drinking that. Obviously, green apple has a green coloring, has a citrus smell. So it mixes well, tastes good, tastes like a green Jolly Rancher, but not overly sweet. I used 14 ounces of water. If you wanted it more sweet, you could use less. I know some of the pre-workouts are super, super sweet. This isn't one of them. It really a nice, smooth flavor. Again, it's got that bite, that crisp to it that's going to allow you to drink it quickly because it is a pre-workout. I'm going to finish this. We're going to head down to Gravity Fitness, take it in for a pull workout, and see how it handles one of my pull workouts here. I'm going to see you dads on the other side to give you guys my final review, my final ranking, and just tell you my final thoughts. Lighting is horrible in here, but it doesn't matter. I am going to push through so I can give you dads my final verdict on NutraBio's pre-workout, simply labeled pre. So I just got out of the gym. I did an hour and 45 minutes pull workout, and I felt great. I didn't have tons of super jitters. My heart wasn't racing like I was having a heart attack. Some pre-workouts out there simply overstimulate, and it's just way, way too much. Some of the stuff they put in there is probably going to be banned in a year or two. NutraBio's pre-workout doesn't do any of that. Tons of energy, great pump. I had a pump after like set number 3. I felt really good. I felt strong and energetic. I definitely didn't hit any super highs or super lows. Very even the whole way through. That green apple taste was good. Definitely something you could consume fast, quickly, prior to the workout. Not something you have to sip because it's too strong of a drink. So, final verdict. If cost wasn't an issue, I would give NutraBio's pre-workout a 9.99, okay? But you dads know cost is obviously an issue. Money has to be taken into account when you compare these pre-workouts. Unfortunately, this pre-workout is expensive at $1.80 per serving, so I have to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, normally with that high of a cost, it would have gotten a much lower score, but it was that good of a pre-workout. One thing to consider with regards to the cost is that I didn't get a great deal. I didn't get any super amazing deal. I just got a bare bones price online with a simple generic coupon. So if you can find a better deal for NutraBio's pre-workout to drive that price down, then it should definitely be something you should consider. If price isn't an issue for you and you simply just want the best pre-workout for you and you alone, then definitely consider NutraBio's pre-workout. But again, I got to give it a 7 because of the cost. Now, I want to know in the comments below what pre-workout you're using today, if you like it, and how much it costs per serving. So drop all of that in the comments below. If you've come this far in the video, give it a like, hit that subscribe button. That helps me know that you dads are enjoying these reviews, you find them informative, and I need to keep making them. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you dads be great parents to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I post tips and tricks to save you dads time, energy, and money. 3 things that are in short supply for every dad out there.